Okay, you guys, I really want you to look at how I'm parked within this line right here. If you can see right here. All right, I wanted you to see that. But this is the most important part I want you to remember. If we go back here, you see where my wheelbase is right here. But I wanted you to see this as well too. Because a lot of times when you come to these truck stops, you got this, you got signs. You're gonna have all kind of signages and stuff like that. So you got to be careful how you're backing up in order to park, because all this stuff could be behind your vehicle. All right. And the next thing I want to pay attention to before I show you what I'm about to show you is this. I want you to pay attention to the tree line. Because see, a lot of these parkers that you get in close trying to park this vehicle overnight at this Flying J, you have to watch the tree line. Because one thing about it, when you're backing up, even when you're lining up, you don't want to scratch the side of the vehicle and scratch the paint when you're getting ready to park. You see what I'm talking about? So as you can see, I already know I'm clear here. So why do I keep bringing all this up? Because before you bag this vehicle up for what I'm about to show you, you need to be aware of all of that. Now, common sense tells you that I'm not going to try to bag in where this pole is right here. However, if I could, it wouldn't be, I knew my wheelbase would not do it. But if you look at the RV next to me here, I want you to also pay attention to their wheelbase in the back. Now, they're a much bigger RV than I am, but I want you to see how kind of low they are right here. But you see their jacks where they got it jacked right there. Now, when you also parking, you got to be mindful of the other people that need to get out, pull out, and get in easy. Now, if you see the setup, now I'm in Amarillo, Texas, right here. Now, everything is good where you're not in anybody's way. And if you really look at the whole scope of it, this is the area right here. People got plenty of room to come in, park, swing, get out, and everything. Now, I could have parked somewhat like him, but I would have been sticking out this far coming out. I would have been probably out, probably right where he is, maybe a little bit. But I didn't want to do that. I pretty much wanted to get out of the way. Plus, I wanted to show you guys this video. So now remember their wheelbase at the back. And then look at this one here. Look at my overhang right here. You see that overhang on the back? You see that right there? Oh, yeah. Now you see where my tire hit that curve right there? Meeting right there. And if you come around and you get under there and look at my jacks. So before I bagged up, I got out. I checked several times to make sure there wasn't any type of poles or anything. Look at this. I got a complete clearance back here on the ground. All the way back. Now look how high that vehicle is off the ground. You see what I'm talking about? There's nothing back here. So when you bag this thing up, you need to be getting out. You need to be looking. You need to make sure you got a clearance here. You got to make sure you got a clearance there. See what I'm talking about? Because you got pipes right here. And then another thing, you got to be careful, because if you notice, it's a bit of a slope going on right here, because that hill go up and then it slopes down. So you got to be mindful when you're backing up. You got to make sure there's nothing scrubbing the ground. You'll tear up your pipes, you'll mess up your jacks, you'll scrape the back of this. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. So as you can see, when I got ready to park, I knew I had ample clearance to come back to park the way I did. You see what I'm talking about? So you got to be mindful and careful what you're doing. You just can't go and back up. Another thing I did is I honked my horn. Another thing I did, I got out and checked 2 or 3 times as I was bagging out to make sure not only was I lined up, but made sure every inch of the way as I was coming back, I got out to look to make sure I had that clearance right there before I parked. Now I'm telling you, now you can do what you want to do. You can come out here and just ram this thing on back. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. I'm telling you right now. So the best thing to do is just take your time, go on back, and you can park. And another thing I was looking at is when people coming in right here, because they usually going to swing out so they don't hit the side of my vehicle. You got to look at all of that when you parking. You got to be careful out here. Just use common sense. All right? So be mindful. Check your area out. Take your time. Honk your horn. If you got somebody with them, let them guide you back. If not, get out and check. All right? Put your hazard light on. Let other folks know something is going on over here. Some movement or something is happening. All right? I'll let you later. Peace.